So I'm Wesley Mukai. So I'm a vice president at SAP for Hana Cloud Computing. Hana is our in-memory computing platform, and we're really placing it at the core of everything we're doing at SAP. Think about applications, you think about mobile, cloud, right? And what we're seeing at customers really kind of really a couple things. One is they really want to make things a lot less complex, right? So they want to improve simplicity, and they want to be able to make business decisions in real time. So when we say real time, we really mean real time. So not wait a month for a report, wait a day. We want it in sub-second time. So just like you think about the experience you would get with web browsing or for search, you want that same experience in your business applications. And so what Hana is doing from a in-memory cloud platform, we really are bringing that in-memory platform. We're really bringing that sort of performance, breakthrough performance, to large enterprises for analytics, so business analytics, but also transactional systems. So if you think of transactional systems are your business suite, core ERP, financials, supply chain. Even that, we want to get that performance and improve everything, make it a lot quicker so that people can make business decisions faster. So as I mentioned, I'm sort of at that intersection between Hana, our in-memory cloud, our in-memory computing platform, and sort of the cloud. So we've actually done a few announcements just recently. Back in early May, we just recently had our Sapphire event. But kind of a couple of announcements in the cloud space that I could talk about is one, if you think about our cloud portfolio for Hana, on one end we just announced something we called Hana One Premium. So Hana One is our offering for offering the in-memory computing platform in a lot more ease fashion. So you think about it's actually the infrastructure you would get from an Amazon or a Korea Telecom combined with a very easy click-through to get your Hana license. So you're able to come online very quickly, and that's really positioned for the smaller data sizes, let's say 30 gig of data or smaller. But for startups, for folks wanting to get used to Hana very quickly for both dev and test, but even production, we've offered Hana One Premium, which also the premium part is offering support, so enterprise class support on top of this Hana AWS or Korea Telecom type of offering. So it's really taking it to the next level. So you have your enterprise applications already you can get from on Amazon, but then also the Hana database and also premium support. So that's kind of the new bundling on the one side. The second thing we announced on May 7th is our Hana Enterprise Cloud offering. So if you think on the one side of the spectrum, we have sort of startups, smaller data sizes. This is really for our mission critical applications, ERP, BW, and being offered as a managed service offering for our largest customers. Infinite scale in terms of data sizes. And here we're offering a service where we'll actually take your enterprise applications, we'll work with you to onboard those into the cloud, both from an application tier and then also for Hana, so the in-memory computing platform. We'll host that in our data centers, and then we'll also do the application management, the database management afterwards. And this is a big step for SAP, so we're really trying to simplify everything for the customer, reduce that complexity, bring you both sort of the things, the simplicity you like with the cloud, but also bring you that sort of mission critical enterprise applications that a lot of the other providers aren't going to. They'll have the cloud offerings, but they're not going to have that sort of enterprise class application portfolio. Well, so what's interesting is a lot of folks, and I gave it sort of a talk. One of the things I see here is there's still when people think about the cloud, they think about Amazon, Google, Facebook, and they think about consumer, they think about video, all of these things, and they think about virtualization. These are technologies, markets that are all sort of different than sort of SAP's perspective on what the cloud is. And it drives, so we have this dichotomy of the industry and all the booths here talking about virtualized, how do I virtualize your workload and reduce the cost because I'm offering a free service? How do I take advantage of GPUs and for video? And I'm sitting here looking at enterprise applications and wanting to really offer mission critical applications on Hana, which is a high performance, enterprise class infrastructure, very different beast than sometimes you see with the small, thin servers doing virtualized images. So what I see, it's really interesting, is still the industry going towards a lot of the consumer space and driving a lot of new innovation in infrastructure. And from our side, looking at an enterprise space, how do I bring a lot of those same qualities to the enterprise space? The simplicity, the low cost, the low power, but really high performance and mission critical. How do I bridge those? And that's what's the fun part and opportunities for SAP to do something different than what I see here. Because here is a lot of consumer oriented, the Netflix of the world, right? And it just drives a lot of different technologies that aren't always, one of the things I was going to say is HANA is an in-memory database. So in-memory is we're storing all the data of a customer in RAM, not on disk. Everybody here's assumption is we're going to store all the data on disk, and we're going to have smaller, thinner servers to feed that up. So it's a different model, and that's one of the things I see here.